Hi, Alex here from Redeveloper.com. Merry Christmas! And in this video, I am going to talk about how you can set up the nitty little details for your app so tomorrow we may submit to the App Store. We are going to talk about how to share some scores for your app. We are going to talk about how you can rate your app, your users, how you can rate your app. And we are going to talk about how you can add Chartboost. So we want to make some money with our apps, and for that we will use the Chartboost ad network. Okay, so let's get started. Here we are, and inside here, first of all, let us just stop this build and commit our changes, and I would type in here gameplay because yesterday we set our gameplay, and while we are talking about the gameplay, was just kind of very hard because it just appeared. All of these just appeared, and if I just tap on it, they just disappear, and the new set is shown here. So what we want to do instead, we want to bounce up all of these donuts. So let us just go into our gameplay, and when we add our new donuts, we want to, well, here we have our add child, and we want to donut, and we want to use our extensions. So I will just type in here, we pop up. So we pop up our donut here, and of course we do that for the winner donut too. We want to access the button because that is the sprite node of our button, and we say here pop up. And when we remove all of the buttons, and this time around we want to pop down. Okay, and it seems okay. Well, we need to fix this with a force unwrap with a bang operator here. Okay, now let's see how this looks like, and we can now move on to the next assignment. Oh, it looks okay. And now let's see. Yep, the problem is that we are removing everything at the same time, and we might want to consider setting the pop-up with a little delay. So we want pop-up after, and the CG float should be a random float, and this should be between 0.1 and let's say 2 seconds. Well, 0.9 is okay. Well, let's add this to 1 second, and the sequence number should be the I of our for loop. So we are setting better yet now, because we might mess up our 1 with 30 will be okay. So let's see how all of this works, and before we do that, let us just create a SK sequence here. So let, and here we have our actions, and the first action should be to pop down. Well, let's just leave it as this is, because I'm a little bit confused how to do this, and removing should be okay, and afterwards they will be popping up anyways. Okay, let's build and run and see this whole magic of popping up. Okay, it takes too much time for me, so I will just tweak the numbers to be 0, and now they should be popping up like mushrooms. Okay, let's see. Still too much time. Let me just fix this 0.1 and 0.2. The idea is the sequence here. Well, maybe we need to go to the pop-up, and maybe here let us see what the waiting time is. Wait, and maybe we don't want to wait all of this. So let's take out this first action. Let's see how we can tweak this. Maybe this way it will be much faster, okay? Well, not that good. Okay, and let's go back, and this is the after. Oh, this is the total time, so we want to tweak the total time. So, and the action should be, yes, maybe they will need to be simultaneously, so I will just type in here 0 and okay, 0.1 second. Okay, let's see how this looks. Coding in action. Yeah, this looks much better, and I will just leave it as is. Okay, let's fix this. And now we want to move on to the rating system. Okay, that is pretty simple. And first of all, we want to rate when, let's say, we are going to the game over, and if we have won, well, anyway, we want to rate anyway, so we are going to the did move to view, and here, before we do that, we want to import StoreKit, and we want to take a look at the other code. So we did that in the, I believe in the gameplay, yeah, store review controller and request a review. Okay, let's type this in here. And now we want to go to the main menu and add the logic for our, not the share button, the rate button here. And then we just simply go over to our main menu here. Well, the settings, I believe, and here we have our self-handle rate button, but I will just simply copy out all of this. Okay, copy and paste it inside here, and here we have our ID. The ID will be different this time, so I'll just type in here and maybe create in the app delegate, or well, let's go to the ACT manager, and inside here let's create, and we will add this app ID later on when we create our app in iTunes Connect. Good stuff. Now we are ready with the rating system, and next we want to create our share logic. Let's go to the main menu, and we will do that inside our shared button. Okay, and let's go again to our settings, and here we have our share button, and here we have our handle share button, and it is pretty simple. ACT manager shared, and let's just copy this out, and for the text I will just simply type in here, and the name of our app is, for now, title The Biggest Donut. Yes. And we will not add, well, let's add our, let's see, a donut here. Let's choose one. I would choose this one. Donut 92 will be fine for the shared image. Okay, and I will just not exclude any activity types. Good stuff. Now we are ready with the share button too. Next up is to set up Chartboost. Maybe here, let me just build and run and see what this error is all about. Unresolved identifier. Well, let's go to our ACT manager. Oh, yeah, not with a capital D, a small d. And now everything should work okay. Build and run, just to test it. Build has succeeded, great. Now let's move on to Chartboost. Yeah, it looks okay. And one last thing, in the game view controller, let's start now with the Now let us go to our Chartboost dashboard. So type in Chartboost, and if you haven't already done so, go ahead and sign up or just log into Chartboost. And now we are going to create a new app. Okay, log in. And while we are at it, let us just bring up our ACT resources, and here we have our Chartboost helper, and I will just go ahead and use this cheat sheet here. Okay, let's wait Chartboost to appear, and I will create a new app. Select platform iOS, app nickname, not Donut 2, and the bundle ID should be set later on. It will be a portrait, and let's enable test mode, 100 minutes for the test, and let's click on save. Good stuff. Now let's create, well, here we have our app IDs, but before we do that, let's create a new campaign, and it will be a network publishing campaign. And here we are going to, let's say, it will be a static interstitial iOS. Our app is selected, and let's click on save. Okay, go ahead and take a look at the other video of how we are going to create our Chartboost in detail. Okay, let's go back to our app settings and basic settings. And now we want to implement the code. Okay, first up, let us just go to our help center here. Let's open it up into another tab, and let's download our SDK. Okay, iOS is what we want. Okay, 9 minutes is a little bit too much for me. I will just, well, 4 minutes. Let us just take a look at what we need to implement after we have added our Chartboost iOS SDK. And I will just open up this one and open up our downloads folder because it has already downloaded. And let's see now. Let's extract our zip file, and here we have our Chartboost framework. I will just simply drag and drop it into our code. Okay, Chartboost was added, and now let's go to how to integrate. And before we begin, we have signed up, added an app, we added a publishing campaign, and now we need to add StoreKit Foundation, Core Graphics, WebKit, and UIKit. So let's do that now. So first of all, here we have, just stop this, StoreKit. Good stuff. Let's scroll down. So we want to import Chartboost and add all of this code that we will use from our cheat sheet that you can also download. So let's create our Chartboost app IDs and app signatures here, and I will add this onto, let's see, my ACT manager. Okay, let's go and grab them. This is my app ID, and here is my app signature. The longest one is the app signature. What is up next? Let's add our Chartboost delegate to the app delegate. So inside our app delegate, let's add our Chartboost delegate. And inside our application did finish launching with options, let's add our setup Chartboost function that needs to be created a little bit further down, and I will just simply scroll all the way down and add it here. Next up is add our should display interstitial and so on. So let me just add here did click interstitial. Let's add this here. Yeah, Chartboost isn't recognized, so we need to add a bridging header. So let's go ahead and create that now. Let's add a new file. It will be a header file. Next, and I will just name this developer. Okay, let's add it to our target. Let's create it. Now, let us just add all over these. Just uncomment them, and now we need to set inside our build settings. Let's just select all and combined and type in here a bridging header, and Objective-C bridging header, and inside here just double tap, double click, and let's just go ahead and add that there. Okay, and one final thing that we should do, well, it seems to be fine if you are not going to transfer your apps anywhere else on a different computer, then this whole line should be great. If not, use scroot. Go ahead and take a look at it in the other video. Okay, let's go further. Now that we have our protocol here, our functions, let's go into the GameView controller and let's add all of these notification names. Okay, GameView controller, here we go. Okay, and inside our class, let's add our notification observers, and of course, let's call upon them. And here we have our stop background music and start background music, and that is okay. And now inside our scene, we need to create a notification again, and let's do that inside. Let's see now, where should we want to show our ads? Well, we will show them inside our main menu. Okay, let's go to our did move to view and add our notification observer, and the next stop in the tab button, let's add our chance here to our play button. Here is our chance, that is good. And here we have our show ads, let's comment that out. And now here we have our show ads, just copy them again. You can take a look about all of this logic in the Chartboost video that I have been talking about previously in my videos. So here we have our random, here we have a start gameplay, we have already set that up. So let's just build and maybe clean, or sometimes Chartboost isn't found as easily. What do we need? Let's just, first of all, let's clean our project, and then do we need to import it? No, we should have imported it in our developer bridging header. And now let us just build again. 2 more errors. Let's see what they are. Yes, the background music. So let's add our background music, and for that let's go into our GameView controller. In the advent calendar tutorial, let's scroll all the way up, and here you will see our lazy var background music. Let's just copy that out, and let's go here in our GameView controller, and below the SKView, let's add this. Of course, we need to import AV Foundation for this to work, and let's just build and see if all of this works. And of course, we need, let's say, play and stop the background music here. Well, let us just play our background music, play and stop one. Let's use it as it was inside here. Okay, and for that we need to copy this play stop background music. Good stuff. Now let's build, and finally we should get everything as it was. So stop background music, let's build and see what happens. Build has succeeded, good stuff. Okay, now that we have our background music, we need to actually add that to our code. So let us just, let's see where that is. Final, and here is our music, and I will just add all of these two inside here. That's below the font. Copy items if needed, and I will just double check if that is okay. It is inside. Okay, let's start our game and let's see if this worked. And let's clear our game. Yes, maybe we need to set the volume, the background music state to be true. Let's check that here inside our ACT manager. What did we set up? Yes, we need to set the sounds to true. Okay, And now let's go here. It is set to true. So we are hearing no music because we don't need to really check here for the play stop background music. So I just copy this out and paste it like so. I have found a new bug here. So ACT player stats, not get a no ads, so get sound, and here again make sure you change that inside your code. And again, let's build and run and see the background music play. Okay, now if we tap on our screen, yep, for the first time we are having, here it is, our enjoy donut pop-up. Not now. Let's go back. Let's see if we do get any ads now. Well, it may take a while for Chartboost ads to show up, but as shown in the previous video, they do appear. Now, that is all. We are ready with our game. Good stuff and congratulations. In the next video, finally, we are going to submit to the App Store. We are going to set up our ad in iTunes Connect and submit for review. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you enjoyed it, go ahead and share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel to see more videos, and I will see you in the next one.